Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Marty Richards with Richland Center Tourism here again with another episode of Why Do We Call It That? And today I'm in my hometown of Ithaca, Wisconsin. Yes, I threw the Wisconsin on the back end because routinely this is an issue when traveling. So I've traveled this green earth quite a bit, been to several continents even, and met many different people. And a lot of times, they always ask, hey, where are you from? And if I just answer, I'm from Ithaca, immediately they think I'm from Ithaca, New York, and then it entails usually a 20-minute explanation of where Ithaca, Wisconsin is, and then they still don't know where it's at. So when you're traveling, and if they ask you where you're from and you're a resident of Ithaca, just always say, I'm from Ithaca, Wisconsin, not New York. Now there's a good reason why there's some confusion there. So this area around Ithaca, Lloyd, and along Highway 58 was heavily settled by those who came here from New York. A very English settlement, some Irish, but many came to this area as they had originally settled in New York, upstate New York. So true fact, if you go for a drive up in upstate New York and get off the interstates and drive some of their state highways, you will run into an Ithaca, New York, you'll run into a Cazenovia, New York, and you will also run into a Seneca, New York. All three of those town names exist here in southwestern Wisconsin within an hour drive of each other. And there's a good reason for that. This area was heavily settled by those who came from New York, upstate New York, mainly because hey, it reminded them of that area. The topography is almost the same. Geology is almost identical. So it was very much a home feeling when they got here. So really, the name Ithaca came from those who came from another Ithaca. And yes, it was Homer's Odyssey. Ithaca is also there, but we don't know that there's any correlation on that one at all. So a couple of side notes. To be a town in Wisconsin, Ithaca has everything that's required. As you can see behind me, it has a church, it has a farm, it has a school, and yes, it has a tavern. So we do qualify as an official town in Ithaca. The other thing is, I'll bet you somebody out there can provide proof of this, and that is back in the 70s, and I can't remember the year exactly, but I want to say that it was somewhere between 1974 and 1977. The State Highway Department in Wisconsin really gave us disrespect by misspelling this the town sign. So for about a year, it was Ithaca, I-T-H-I-C-A. That sign was there for a good year. It might have been 2 years. And I do know that in one of the annuals, the yearbooks from Ithaca High School, there is a picture of that misspelled sign in the annual, very prominently displayed. So, hey, I got a free Richland Center Tourism shirt to anybody that can produce a picture of that annual on the Facebook thread below. Sounds like fair deal, okay? Just would love to see another one of those pictures, and the State Highway Department has done a really good job ever since then to make sure the sign was spelled properly, and it has been changed out a few times since. So that's why we call it Ithaca. Really goes back to the roots of the settlers that came here from upstate New York and from the area of Ithaca, New York. So a couple of asks I have for you. If you'd have time, I certainly would ask that you would share our Facebook videos of Why Do We Call It That with your friends on Facebook. Also, head on over to YouTube and please subscribe to our channel there. If you've missed one of our Why Do We Call It That episodes, they are there. I also get messaged routinely from people who don't want to be on Facebook. And when they hear, hey, I can go to YouTube and see those videos there, awesome. But just go to YouTube, subscribe to the Richland Center Tourism channel, and then you won't miss a thing. So, for Richland Center Tourism, I'm Marty Richards. Thank you for joining us today. Have an excellent day.